Aimee Dewitt is a recent graduate of Glamorgan University, working her way up in the field of radio.
Did some work experience in a radio station and realised that that was where I wanted to work, and that's what I wanted to do. And I knew that if I stayed at the radio station volunteering and just doing work for free, it'd probably take me a couple of years before I actually got up to the level where I knew all of the legal stuff and all the stuff that I could learn in 8 months in a master's course. I did my dissertation and I'd left it quite tight to do it all, and I didn't really have the amount of time that I'd have liked to have had for a literature review. So I did my literature review, but I knew that I was going to need loads and loads and loads of quotes to fill my diss. And I thought, do you know what, I don't want to go looking through hours and hours of books, and B, I'd rather use real people. And I got straight onto Twitter and I thought, right, who can I message? So I managed to get a few really respected people in the radio industry, and one of which was a man called Andy Griffiths, who works at Real. The one thing that I'm really good at is nagging, and that's what I've learned in trying to get into radio, is just to nag and pester people. And while I was here, I was doing a little bit of woe is me, and oh, you know, it's going to be so hard to get into radio. I just really need a job. I finished my dissertation soon. I don't know what I'm going to do. Unfortunately, Glamorgan did tell you very straight that it's really hard to get into presenting. But of course, I didn't want to listen. You know, you hear, look, you know, it's really, really difficult. See if you can make sure that you're able to do producing and you're able to do other things and not just that. And in my head, I was just going to be a presenter. That's it. It's like, you know, I almost thought, why are you trying to ruin my dream? This is what I'm going to do. Leave me alone. I'm going to be a presenter. I know I'm going to do it. So, you know, this is what I'm focusing on. Despite
her warnings from her lecturers at the Atrium, Aimee decided to pursue a career in broadcasting. Presenting jobs are scarce these days, and she has ended up working in a more administrative role. She still remains determined to follow her dream.
If I could go back again, I'd probably do a investigative journalism MA. I loved my radio one, but I find that there's lots more jobs in as a journalist on radio stations. Like, you'll see them come up, and there's probably 3 journalist jobs that come up for every one presenting job. And I think if I could go back again, I would literally be getting up at 9 o'clock in the morning, and if I didn't have lectures, I'd be sitting there and I'd be writing plans for my radio show I'm going to do on tequila, or a demo I'm going to record later on, or just trying things out, because you can just play when you're in uni, and you can't play now. You can really just embrace that time just to make errors and to have a go and, well, I'll see what that sounds like, and just fiddle around, which when I get back on the airwaves I'm not going to be able to do, because it's very much, you know, you're going to be directed by your programming team, and that's the line that you go down, so you almost won't necessarily find out if you've got some strengths in other areas.
Watch this space to keep an eye out for Aimee Dewitt, to see if she can reach her dream of being the next big thing.